Hello, my name is Kate Nichols. I'm a science teacher and assistant head teacher at the City of Norwich School. We are a very fully comprehensive school, as fully comprehensive as you can imagine. We have a really thriving large sixth form of nearly 400 students, and we have about 1,700 students in our school in total. And what that means is quite often we've been looking for different opportunities for our students, one that will make them stand out beyond their academic studies. And for us, the Youth STEM Award was something that was really exciting and offered a different skill set that we really wanted to be involved with from inception, and we were right the way back from 2015. This is our first cohort, and it was specifically aimed at reaching out to girls in STEM in the very first year, specifically done by the Youth STEM Award, to try and address the balance of gender in STEM-based professions. And actually what we've gone on to see is that for each of our cohorts going through that have taken the Youth STEM Award, that the opportunities open to them and the benefits that we've seen in their futures and the opportunities to be able to mention their experiences in any interviews that they go for has really, really benefited them moving forward. And for this group just here, some have gone on to Oxbridge. Two of the students in there are now part of the science communications team for the Norwich Science Festival and done so for the last couple of years. One's gone on to read physics at Manchester University, and actually this was a group of year 11 students initially, and even the experiences enabled them to have opportunities within school, such as becoming head girl. This is the second cohort. Again, we see quite a lot of these students building up a portfolio that they can use to get into places like Oxford and Cambridge, but also different pathways, such as the Dyson Scholarship that Tim received, and also the fact that two of them there have been published, had their materials published by the OCR Physics. One of the students is writing for the University Varsity magazine and is publishing science reports for those. In fact, more recently, just one on COVID-19. And one of the students there was commended for her number of hours that she achieved, 406, for her Gold Award. And this is Nafi. He's gone on to read medicine as well. And here he is with the patrons of the Youth STEM Award as part of the rewards event. Why do we offer it, and how do we offer it? We offer bronze and silver in year 10 and 11, and we offer silver and gold in year 12 and 13. And the reason we do that is because, again, we were looking for something to broaden the skills of just the academic studies, specifically with the STEM courses. We like the fact that it felt a bit like a Duke of Edinburgh award, but for a STEM-based student. It certainly encourages independence, and we really pushed independence through this whole scheme, making students create their own opportunities and sharing those with others and recording them themselves as part of their portfolio. And it forces students in the four strands that the Youth STEM is made up of. It forces them to leave their comfort zones. So for some students, actually going out and engaging with the public or inspiring the next generation, some students find that really difficult, but actually it forces them to do events that they perhaps wouldn't have chosen in the past. And actually they've realized that they're either very good at it, or it's open pathways that they never really even thought were available to them. The leadership skills that we're seeing being developed as part of this, and by the fact that they're having to create their own opportunities, is great, and it inspires the future pathways no end. And I think one of the best things about the scheme is that it really opens up career pathways that perhaps students weren't aware of existed. For students within our school, we've had some really quite niche and special events that have been created largely through the partnerships that we've created through the Youth STEM Award, and partnerships through the university, through the John Innes Centre, through the forum, etc. And the fact that we can go to conferences where STEM professionals talk about their careers. In 2016, we had a live link with Tim Peake, and about 3 years ago, our sixth form students doing the Gold Award created our own school STEM magazine, which has gone on to win awards, but it's still thriving and part of the communications at our school. They also get the opportunity in a wider sense to contribute to the Youth STEM Award blog. But I think one of the most valuable aspects of the Youth STEM Award for students that are thinking about next stages is the creation of the portfolio. It's often difficult for them at interviews to think about all of the different things that they've done over the last 2 or 3 years and all the things that they've contributed towards. And by logging everything and writing an evaluation, it enables them to build that portfolio and really talk about it at interviews that they have moving forward. And it's certainly offered opportunities for our students and enabled them to be successful at interviews, I think, where perhaps they weren't as confident had they not done it. For us as a school, of course, it needs to balance in terms of it needs to be something that's that helps the school. We see a lot more willing student leaders. So for a lot of the things that they have to accrue hours for, they have to take on certain leadership aspects. And for open evenings and for parents' evenings and communications evenings, especially when we're talking about STEM subjects, those students have been particularly useful to us. They also help lead our annual Super Science Saturday. They contribute to the local community, not just within the school, of course, but in our local area and across Norwich. And in that way, it's really helped with our own portfolio across Norwich as well. It also has given opportunities for us to target certain groups that we're worried about. So initially, the first year, we'd looked at girls, but also just looking at BAME groups that we want to focus on. There's lots of opportunities to try and give those different experiences to vulnerable groups that perhaps need a wider enrichment programme. And for us, it's really helped with recruitment as well, for students signing up to A-levels, to even into year 6 into 7. And it's something that we talk about in terms of staffing as well. I think one of the key things as a teacher of science, one of the things that it's really helped me to do is coordinate all of the opportunities. I know that teachers, you'll know that you get inundated with so many different events and opportunities, and it enables you to coordinate those and build a calendar for your Youth STEM Award students, and build a regular routine across the years. And by having that as part of your portfolio and something that you link to the Youth STEM Award, it enables you to bring all of that together and coordinate it across the school as well, because of course as one teacher it's quite difficult to take opportunities of all things that are going on. But if you involve your maths team and your technology teams and your science teams all together, it's a really nice way of being able to then contribute to one big Youth STEM Award. So I highly recommend that schools take it up. I think as a teacher, it's really benefited me. As a school leader, I think it's really benefited our school. And most importantly, those students that have always taken on the Youth STEM Award, I think it's really benefited them through their future pathways. And here you can see 2 of our students that are communicating and inspiring the next generation as part of the Norfolk show. And both of these 2 are now going on to university next year, armed with and enriched with immense opportunities that the Youth STEM Award gave them. Thank you.